keep on top of them and make sure that we're paying attention to what they're saying. Otherwise, they'll walk. And there's 35 people in here, which is a good number, for a small chat like this, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cowboys fan, Ron Volts.
You a Cowboys fan?
Ron Volts is in the chat there. There you go. Dallas Cowboys. Whoop, whoop.
Most of the stuff I got, I used to watch sports. I ain't watched it much lately. But,
I'm a big fan of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Yeah, me too.
Many years ago, I used to watch the CFL, but after a while, I kind of for me, it fizzled out. I don't really watch football anymore. Sometimes I'll catch maybe an NFL game because it's pretty exciting at times, but I'm not really. Some are really hardcore NHL or NFL fans, but I'm like.
Well, if your team is winning, everyone's a fan. If they're losing, nobody's a fan.
That's right.
Right now, we've got our team here with the Canadian Football League is the Edmonton Elks. They used to be called the Edmonton Eskimos, but somebody liberal complained that the name was like hurting the Eskimo people, so they changed the name to the Edmonton Elks. And they have lost so many games since they changed the names. Nobody's going to watch them anymore. Everyone's complaining, saying it's probably because the name changed.
Yeah, what a ridiculous name to. And the thing is the people in Nunavut and all those people, the Eskimo people, they probably not the ones that even complained about it. It's probably some lefty liberal that decided to complain about it and so caused a lot of waves, and so they decided to change it, right?
Well, yeah, it's like the statue thing, taking statues down and denaming, because the guy was whatever back in the old days. Who knows?
They were gonna change Dundas Street. They were talking about changing Dundas Street on at Dundas and Young.
What, Dundas?
Dundas?
The name Dundas is tarnished.
Yeah, it was some politician or somebody, Dundas, by the name of Dundas, that they said he was involved in all kinds of things or something. I don't know, but they were talking about changing that too. And I'm not a big fan of erasing history. I mean, we got to have history.
Exactly what I was thinking. Yep.
To learn from the mistakes that were made and move on forward without creating those mistakes again. But if they destroy and get rid of the history, how can you learn from anything?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate that. I've never was a big fan of doing that.
Yeah, but to the same degree, I was watching a video just the other day from News to Share, where it was showing really far right-wing Nazi flying the swastika flag, alt-right types. There was maybe about 50 of them doing some kind of a rally. I don't know where it was. But, there's stuff like that out there that, I don't care who you are. Stuff like that is like, it just shouldn't even be here anymore. I don't know why people do stuff like that. And it was just ridiculous to see that. But there's stuff like that going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bud Files in there. Hey, Bud Files, drop a link there. Type the word link in there, and people can check out your channel.
Let's see. Is Bud Files over? I know she came in over here. I don't know if, and I don't know if I have a link in mind yet.
So you can just type in the word link, and my bot will drop it.
Okay, cool.
And other people can check out her channel.
So Tommy, how did it go on the vacation? I was watching quite a few of them, and it seemed like you guys were having a great time, which was good. And about that, all those people stuck in the mud and all that because of
that wasn't my vacation, but that was I was out at the lake, whatever, trailer, having fun. Have a little golf cart, that we can drive around. So it's like living the life, about as much as you can with the trailer and stuff like that, And it's a cool thing because there's lots of people around, nice community, great for the kids. There's like a water slide where they can slide down and different games and stuff like that. But what we were watching there was Burning Man in Nevada, the big thing where thousands and thousands of people go out there, and it's in a big mud clay bottom of a lake, and it rained. It doesn't usually rain there, but it rained, and there's like thousands and thousands of vehicles stuck in that mud. They all had to walk out, and they're still stuck out there. Yeah,
That's rough.
crazy.
I've heard of Burning Man, but I've never been to it. Obviously, I guess. Well, I don't know if it's obvious. But, hey, Luke, good to see you, brother.
Got Ryan Graft in the chat there. Good to see you. Good to see you there, Ryan. And we've got Dev in there. Wirelight Soft Games there. Good to see you in there too, in the chat. You can come up on the panel, or if there's anybody else that wants to come up on the panel, absolutely come up. We can put 10 people up here. We only have 3. So we've got lots of vacancies here today. It's rare that you'll see Tommy Temper do a live chat. I think the last one I did was with you, Belt Loop. Well, actually, I might have done one more after yours, where you were here, and it was a pretty good one when you were here too. We had some pretty good numbers, and then we got porn bombed, so then we had to quit.
Well, I always enjoy the conversation with you, Tommy. I really do. That's I probably have. Well, I don't even know how many folks is live stream right now that I'm actually subscribed to, but I know it's at least probably 30 people, 20, 30 people are live right now. But I enjoy your live stream more so than a lot of the others. I don't know who's gone live since, but
Copy that. Appreciate that. Thank you. Eagles Trucker. I don't recognize the name. Anybody recognize Eagles Trucker? Nice to see you.
He's the old. Me and him go way back.
Right on. Right on. Good to see you. Coming in
I don't
from
know.
Belt Loop.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know if we'd get along as well if I was following football these days. He's a huge Eagles fan, but and me, I've always followed the Cowboys, so there's potential for a little conflict if I was.
Yeah. Oh, there's Rushing Wind Mountain coming in.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Ruby's good people too.
Who is that? Ruby?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that I've seen a video from or seen they go live or panels. Rushing Wind Mountain.
I know that they both put out videos. I'm not sure on live streams. Like I said, I've been gone for like a month and a half, and I know Jack goes. Jack Hobson goes live pretty regularly. And
Jack Hobson in there. Good to see you.
A lot of times he'll come on and stream. Co-stream with me. He's good people. That's I'm very back to good. Good to see you.
Luke the Great. Coming in from Belgium, Luke the Great.
Yeah, Luke's good people too. I met him over at Shooting Star, Mississippi. A lot of good people over there too. They do a lot of karaoke over there. And I actually live near and Steel City TV. Good to see you. The Bruce over at Shooting Star, Mississippi works not far from me. And I've actually met him in person a couple of times. But it's always neat to go to meet different people. So,
right on. So, Johnny, what have you been up to lately?
I've been going on a lot of Rachel's Ghost channel because they're a vinyl.
She's
community.
good. You had the latest death. Who is it there? What's his name? Brain block. Who's the latest music death? Buffett.
Oh, Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett, yeah. Stuff like that happens, and her channel goes wild, and she's always got a couple, or at least 100 people watching in there, eh? It's
Yeah,
a great
she-
channel.
She's doing pretty good, and she's had a couple of interviews. She's had one interview with Terry Draper, I believe it is. He's the drummer. He was the drummer for Klaatu. And she had another interview with Joey. He's in around in the music scene as well, and he knows a lot of people in the music scene and his group is Seven Horses, and the both interviews were absolutely top notch interviews. Really, really great interviews she had.
Wow, excellent.
Yeah.
I know that's she's like the vinyl person. Can you drop a link in the chat there? Put the name of her channel and drop her link if you can there.
Oh, geez, how the hell do you do that? it's Rachel's Ghost. Look, just
Rachel's Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost. We're talking about. This is it's she's got like a weird channel there where she's got. It's mostly older people that collected records. Everyone collects records there,
Yeah.
and they talk about records and talk about the stars, the Beatles, whoever the people were. So and really a lot of interesting information because the people that are there are very knowledgeable and have been around the record and the music industry, so they know a lot about all of the different artists on all of the different albums and stuff like that. Like way more than I would ever know because I didn't collect records when I was a kid, so I didn't have that kind of attention span for that kind of stuff. But great information over there. Rachel's Ghost,
yeah.
absolutely.
It's sometimes there's the usual regulars that go on, and they'll sometimes some of us will go on, and if we buy an album or something, we'll show the album that we bought, and we'll talk about it. But we talk. It's a variety of stuff we talk about. It's not just. It's a lot has to do with vinyl, but there's still, if whatever topic comes up from somebody, we'll talk about it type thing. But it's a very welcoming and great channel to be on. If you like music, and if you like the relaxed environment of a stream, like a panel, and watching it, it's a good. She's really great. That's all I could say. She's really, really great. I think, Tommy, I think you're the one that mentioned her when I was on your channel about the vinyl and stuff. And you said, you mentioned. So I'm sure it was you that.
Oh
mentioned,
yeah. Like I knew about her. Yeah, I remember talking to you about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and
exactly.
so I did go to, and I've been on Rachel's quite a few times, and mind you, it is intimidating. It was intimidating at first, and I'll tell you why. It's still intimidating because, like a lot of these folks, like you said, they know way more than I'll ever know about vinyl and records, and they have tons of records. Like for my record collection is maybe 100 at best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, drop a link. Drop a link to anyone.
Okay. Well, they're talking about dropping a link for StreamYard to come up.
Yeah,
Jackson.
drop my StreamYard link over in your chat, and then they can come up here via your chat.
Okay. I just
Like pin it to the top of your chat, and
I
then
did.
they'll just come in here because I'm pretty much bringing up all the comments from your chat and my chat anyway here. So
Oh yeah.
But I mean,
looking
this
good.
is why I like yours as well, is because it's just laid back. It's no nonsense. Like, it's just talk about stuff. I really enjoy your channel as well. Mind you, well, I haven't been on yours for, like, I've been watching yours, but not on a panel. I think I was on twice, I think, on your panel. But like you said, like, you don't have panels that often. So when there's a chance to get on, and if I do see it, like now, I'll try to get onto your panel and say hi, and but I really enjoy your channel as well. It's very, very good as well. So,
right on. Sounds good. Got some action coming in here on the Zello. Roll call coming in here. Hang on. Roll call. Okay, the only one on here is Tommy Temper at the moment. Yeah, we like to have a lot of fun, laid back. I think part of it is we don't really drink a lot of alcohol. Speaking of drinking alcohol, so if people are getting drunk, they really start acting up. And on a lot of the other panels, the people are really drunk. And it gets to be a real mishmash of people fighting and it just it ruins it.
That can ruin the channel too, if depending.
Well,
right?
they
That
do
can ruin-
ludicrous things too.
Yeah, that's true.
but,
Harley's in there.
You know what's funny is I hardly ever drink unless I am
They
on,
will remain here
and then
Yeah.
as long as they don't cause a problem, as per Tommy's rules. 'Cause Tommy's the boss. But you guys mess with Tommy, feel the wrath of Rasta. How's it going, Tommy? We've been friends for a long time on here.
This is
I've never hit you up in solo till today.
oh, sounds good. Okay, well, I'm on the channel here on the YouTube, so that was coming in on the walkie-talkie app on Zello, it's called there. So we've got somebody on there giving us a call. That's what that was. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Well, let's have somebody else come up here. I don't see anybody else chiming in here yet, but if somebody wants to come on the panel, grab that StreamYard link and we'll bring you up here. Just make sure that you have a camera because we can't bring somebody up here if you can't show your face and follow a couple of instructions so we can determine that you're not just the video that somebody's trying to show us, right?
yeah.
Jack
I mean,
Hobson popping in. Let's see. I don't see any video yet. Oh, yeah. Okay. Video. Give us 2 fingers. Oh, that's funny. He goes like this.
Speaking of Jack,
Oh, no. Your audio is messing up on me.
your audio a bit.
You might want to mute your
You're in here with your video, good video, but your audio is really, really scratchy. Let me edit your mic settings here. Hang on. Okay, try now. A little better. We're getting an echo from you. Bad echo.
Echo cancellation is off.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, my echo cancellation is on.
Oh, you know what? Do you have YouTube still on? Turn off.
I have no tabs open.
No tabs open because you're getting a double audio coming out of your system there.
Let me drop out and come back in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it sounded like he has the YouTube on or something.
See, but everybody else is echoing except you, which is weird. Okay. No more echo. That's weird. Sometimes he said that he did not have another tab open, like
That's
usually you
weird.
have YouTube tab open and a StreamYard open and then you get a double.
Yeah.
So je ne sais pas, as they say en français.
No habla francés. Habla un poquito español y un poquito lengua de las manos. Pero
Porquito.
un poquito.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh. Bad echo. Hey, if you got a headset, if you have a headset, that would help, I think.
Well, that fixed it for the moment.
Yeah, I think he muted or something there. Let's see. Yeah, he muted his mic. Well, you can be on the stream anyways, but your audio, if you had a headset with a mic, that might cancel, like me, everything is here, so none of my audio is going back into my microphone here. Luke the Great.
I have a speaker turned on, so your voice and everything's coming out of one of my speakers. I used to wear the headset because I was afraid that the sound would come out from the speaker when I'm talking or you're talking, some kind of feedback or something. But I figured, well, I'll give it a try without the headphones this time, and it seems
Works
okay.
great. Yeah. Like the echo cancellation works good with StreamYard, but it depends on the device. Like it's hit and miss with the device. Like I know sometimes with some phones, especially when they have their volume turned up really high, then you get the feedback noise back in through the microphone, and the echo cancellation. You can turn it off and on there in StreamYard too. So that's another option.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Frosty Broccoli is in there. Frosty! Give him a big ups. Supermod in there, dropping YouTube polices.
Wham!
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Hey, and I'm in Canada, by the way. Oh, hang on, stand by.
A message from the Government of Canada.
You're listening, you're watching the Tommy Temper Show. We're in Canada, so if you hear me talking about Biden, just take it with a grain of salt, because I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for anyone. I didn't even vote for Trudeau.
Well, I've heard some issues of stuff going on there with Trudeau, but
Yeah.
All right, is that better?
Hey, perfect. Perfect. Hang on a second, though. Hang on. Let me just think. Just a second. Okay, I'm going to adjust your mic level. Where is your microphone? Right there? Okay, put it down a little lower.
Right here.
Yeah. Are you sure you're using it?
Yep. I hope.
I'm going to set your audio to automatically adjust mic volume and reduce background noise. Okay. Now talk.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Sounds good. Okay, because listen, if I have reduced mic background noise, now I can hear your background noise there. It sounds like a fan running or something like that behind you.
It's a fan because it's hot here in the Philippines.
mic check 1 2
Okay.
1 2.
So I went into your mic settings and I took off echo cancellation, but I turned on reduce mic background noise and automatically adjust mic volume. So that's your best setting with that setup. Sounds good.
I've been
Hey,
using
Rebecca.
this in a long time. Hey, Rebecca.
Gotta go in Philippines. You're all the way over in the Philippines. What time of the day is it, or night?
It is 12:05 p.m.
12:05 p.m., meaning afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Afternoon.
Whereas it's like 10 at night here. Evening. In
12:06.
Alberta, Canada. Anyway, where I am.
12:06
Western
PM
Canada.
here.
We're at 11:06 p.m.
You're a little further east. Johnny, you're in BC, aren't you?
No, Ontario.
Oh, Ontario. Right. Okay.
12:06 a.m.
To your eastern.
Yeah, Eastern. Yeah.
I'm on Mountain Daylight. Are we on Daylight still? Yeah.
So how you doing,
So-
Jack?
Oh, not bad. The
Good.
black guy is lightening up a little bit.
Yeah, I know. We had a good chat there earlier today.
That was fun, that live stream.
I went to a friend's restaurant. He's from the U.S. He's a retired Marine. He looked at me. He's like, "What the hell happened to you?" I'm like, I opened the door, and I walked through too fast when it wasn't even open, and Boom! Messed it all up.
And did he go, oh, yeah, sure, the door excuse. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
haven't gotten
that
a fight
happens
in a long
sometimes.
time, but yeah, it was the door.
Rebecca in there. Hey, Rebecca. And back to good. Lots of good people in there.
Let's see. I'm trying to add as we speak a command to make sure. I don't know if I got link on there already or not, but if I didn't, it's in there now. So on my channel, if they type, the exclamation mark link, it will drop their link as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, on my channel, you just have to type in the word link or exclamation mark link. It used to be exclamation mark link, but nobody could figure that out. So I just changed it to the word link to make it simple.
Is that
Good to
exclamation
see
point?
you,
Is
Matt.
that for Nightbot or something like that?
Yeah. For me, it is.
Okay, and if there's anyone over there that wants to know my channel, I'm Tommy Temper, the guy up here waving. And this is my channel.
Give me just a second. I'll have your link dropped.
Yeah, I just dropped it.
Okay. Cool.
So if there's somebody that has not subbed to me yet, click that link there and give us a sub over here, because we're not all live all at the same time. There's lots of thousands and thousands of people out there. What do you think of that thing? Have you ever come across that where somebody said, don't stream because I'm streaming? Like,
Wait till I'm done streaming.
don't stream because I'm streaming. Like a lot of times people have the same audience, you know what I mean? Or similar audience. So they're either going to watch you or watch me. So people are going to say, hey, don't stream. This is my segment, whatever. Because I noticed that Kelly Caldwell, and there's another guy, Boss. Those guys, you know Boss at all? No? You got to be kidding me. Mr. Philippines, the guy that went to the Philippines once, and he's the expert on streaming,
Yeah, because
It's like
I often wondered.
I used to go to this one guy's channel. He called himself the Black Filipino. I'm like,
He was a black guy living in the UK, and it's Club
no, he's
Fillers Inc. is his channel. Club Fillers Inc. But I watch those guys because they're the guys that are the know-it-all for the genre of the Philippines, and he's like trying to make money and trying to say, oh no, he's trying to grift for $1,000 so he can go back to the Philippines. That's what he's up to now, so he can stream there to make some more money when he's there. But I don't think anybody's making any money off of streaming other than what they're grifting. You know what I mean?
There's one guy, the Black Filipino TV. That's what his channel is called. But I called him out one day on his live stream. I'm like, "Are you Filipino?" He's like, "Nope." And he's like, "Sorry, Jack. I'm half black and Filipino."
I've heard people saying that, oh, don't stream when I'm streaming. And when I kept on hearing that, I'm thinking, okay, well, is that supposed to be a protocol kind of thing for YouTubers and stuff? Or is it just they just want to be crabby about it or something? Like, is that supposed to be a protocol or something?
Well, to me, it's like somebody pushing his weight in the genre. If you have, like the same subs, and they all visit various channels, then one guy might be more pushy and say, hey, don't stream when I'm streaming because you're pulling my viewers away from me. People do that. Nobody's really said that to me yet, but I was just asking if that's something that you heard about. I've heard it with other streamers happening.
Yeah.
Hey, so Johnny L, what about this other streamer that you're kind of involved with, the what is it? The guy that does the show, the music show.
The music show. Which one? I'm like the vinyl community talk. You're
No,
talking about?
not
or-
the vinyl community, but there's another guy that does some streaming, and he has a channel. And I think you were part of it. At least I thought you were part of it.
Buddy.
Buddies. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, what's his channel called?
Oh, geez,
Buddies.
I haven't been on Buddies for like a long time. It's called
Buddies Roadhouse. Yeah,
Buddies Roadhouse.
said it at the same time.
Yeah.
Buddies Roadhouse Cafe or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's a good show as well. I think it's on Mondays. They have a few musicians or whatever popping up playing. I think it's on Mondays, and then now they have I think he's created another one thing where it's fireside chat with Buddy or something. Can't remember. I haven't been on Buddies for quite a while.
Oh, okay. I thought you maybe had something to do with promotion of his channel or
No,
something.
I did,
'Cause-
and I was on there. It was. I still support Buddy for sure. Like but it was. I don't know. I didn't feel like I was really playing. In my opinion, I mean, the only part that I've played in going on Buddy's panel and stuff is I like to like get people to laugh and stuff, right? So I kind of like I had one of my daughters when she was younger. She was in school and she wanted one of these furry things that looked like a you can get like a wolf or something. It's all fur. Excuse me, fur hands and stuff. So I used to wear that a few times, just to get people laughing a little bit and all that. So that's kind of the label, kind of like people wanted me to keep on doing it, right? But that was kind of the label that I had, right? And it was like, that's not much. Like that's all I got to contribute to the thing. It's like, after a while, get people probably to get sick, get tired of the same shtick, So it's like,
Yep.
I decide, I'll let somebody else that has a little more knowledge of other stuff to be part of that.
Yeah, to work on that. Because the only way I heard about it was I was watching Lincoln, and he had or he was talking about it, saying something about the Roadhouse was on his show, and he gave him some dough or something to do some songs or something. And the first one he did was good, but then after that he thought that it wasn't all that great to be putting on a show, so he's kind of gone away from putting that on his show. Anyways, that's all I know. I thought maybe you might know more about that breaking up or whatever between him being promoted with Lincoln and
have no
that kind of
idea.
stuff.
I really don't think that Buddy and all that. It's not even mentioned in his show, right, and stuff like that.
Nuke.
It was just probably just a business deal, and nothing was mentioned like that in Buddy's thing, right? About Buddy wasn't no complaints about what happened or nothing like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing like that.
No, I think it was just that Lincoln tried him out, liked the first song he did, and after that he didn't really like the quality or something like that, and the two parted their ways or whatever. That's all I could perceive from hearing Lincoln. Yeah,
Right.
Some other people in there. Got Shawnee in there. Hello. Anybody else that we missed in there? Probably a few places. You got KK in there. KK's travel and education vlogs. I'm not sure if he's in the Philippines. may very well be. Maybe belt loop, you know.
I don't know off the top of my head. I just, just getting familiar with some of the folks. And
Okay, be more. Are you bullshitting me when you're with this comment right here? Okay, that's the guy we're talking about, Barry, the boss, and his channel is called Club Fillers Inc. Okay, now it took me a while to figure out what the hell is Club Fillers. What kind of a name is that? What does that mean? What does the guy do? But
I
apparently,
filled the club.
yeah, he fills the club. Yeah. If you got a club, he'll fill the club, or he'll come down to your club and he'll give you some advice on how to fill the club. You know what I mean? Whether or not he can do that, from watching him sit on his channel talk, Be More Ron, I'm pretty doubtful on anything happening with him. Okay, so he just set up his super chat and his text to text to voice chat, and he's getting some donos coming in and stuff like that. But I don't know. Be More Ron, tell us more about what you know about Barry. But I doubt if he's the number one guy in the Filipino genre or Vietnam travel genre. Like, give me a break on that one.
I used to live in Florida, but up in the Panhandle. It was Chipley, Crestview, Pensacola, that area. We just went back down last year, I guess in October, to go to the Homesteaders meetup in Milton, Florida. It was a great time until we started to come to find out my father was in the hospital. The next day we had to have my dog Lulabelle, put down for kidney failure. It was like a smack in the face coming back. But,
Wow, that's not good.
Lately we've picked up Nicole. I guess I could show Nicole.
Yeah, take a look at it. Be More Ron says, stay in your lane. That's what I mean. Where Barry told Kelly not to stream. Stay in your lane. That's what that means. Hey, what's the dog's name?
This is Nikki.
Nikki. Hi, Nikki. Hang on.
Good to meet you guys.
Oh, come on.
You know what?
Can't get that dog to do anything.
Well, she's a real laid back dog. We're going to this thing called Petals of the Past this next Saturday. We're leaving on Friday and go down, and we're going to be bringing her with us. I've done a lot of videos on Nikki. We got her when she was just a little bitty puppy, and we got her from Devil Dog. We actually went down to Texas to pick her up. When we lost Lulabelle, he thought we needed something else, and they had just had a litter of puppies, and so we got pick of the litter, and we picked Nikki, and so she's just the sweetest natured dog you can imagine. And
I remember when earlier today when we were on your channel, people that did exactly what Tommy done. What the hell's going on here? Everybody's going.
Got to get a reaction out of the dog. Come on.
It was funny.
Look good, smell good, and be the best version of yourself. Yeah, that's a good one. Look good, smell good, and be the best version of yourself.
Well, I'll cancel the other two out. I'll be the best version of myself.
it's okay, sweetheart.
Nice dog.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's a sweetie.
It's a nice cat you got there.
Who we got in there? Convoy Comrade. Haven't seen you in the chat there. Oh, look at. Oh, you got double dogs in there. Let's talk economics. Where do you see the economy going with oil prices speculated to jump to 300 per barrel in the near future? Where'd you hear that from? I never heard that. But I can see oil prices going up because we do see the cartel, the OPEC cartel, putting the squeeze on oil, on not producing as much, limiting the amount of oil that's out in the world, pushing prices up. So yeah,
Right.
prices are going to go up. Absolutely, not good.
It's a buck 67 now here in St. Thomas. Holy
Buck,
crap!
I saw 49 or something at the lake. That's a little higher at the lake, but it's in the 40s. A buck 40 here in Alberta.
Buck 40? Oh, we're buck 67, so in Ontario.
Yeah, so that's about, you got the transport difference from where you're not pumping out of the ground right where you're at, so you got to transport it.
Yeah. This.
Got
Yeah.
Sean Tuber and Brett Glasgow coming from my simulcast.
Hey, Brett. Hey, Sean. Dave the Dasher. Dash.
Hey, good to see everyone. There's AR in there, 1776. Good to see you. Who else did we have in there? We had Convoy Comrade was in there. That's a weird name because Convoy is like right wing and Comrade is left wing. So
That is an interesting mix.
Comrade, welcome to Russia.
Around here, I
Welcome to
guess
Russia.
gas is around $2.20 a gallon or something.
We are the who's the Russia spy agency? I forget the name of them there.
KGB.
KGB, the KGB. We stand behind you and watch everything you do.
Ah,
I think it's like 67 pesos per liter here.
What does that equate to for a dollar?
$1 is 56 or 55.
50. Okay, so you're like buck 30 or something. That's pretty cheap. You can afford to smoke with those kind of prices.
The cigarettes are cheap, but I'm not worried about gas 'cause I don't purchase gas. That's just me.
Well, everyone in the Philippines drives like motorcycles and things like that. Hey, what's the name of that vehicle? Is it Jitney? Is it a Jitney in the Philippines, or is that
Jeepney, yep.
Gypney?
They have the newer style jeepneys here, which are you can actually stand up inside of them like a foreigner. Like you stand up. And there's air conditioning. And
What did you say?
I haven't
Did you say a foreigner?
yeah,
A foreigner
Like-
could stand up in it.
like all of us in the panel, we can stand up inside of them.
Oh, right on. I'd have to
Things
see
on
that live. You have to go out there in a live IRL, and
It's like 2 pesos more or something like that per ride.
for the newer one.
Yep.
Carrie's
That's
Musings.
great.
Good night, Carrie. Good to see you. Check out Carrie's channel. He's got a good channel where he talks about things that happen in the world. Carrie's Musings.
Okay, so I converted for a buck 67 a liter in Canada. Let's Ontario basically. U.S. it would be $4. It's $4 and 0.658 cents a gallon. So we would be paying 4.658 cents a gallon at $1.67 a liter here.
that's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
The around here, I think it's around $3.19, maybe $3.29 a gallon or something like that, or it was the last time
Yeah.
I filled up. But
Yeah.
I think
Well,
things
if the price does go up, like Convoy Comrade says there, it will increase the cost of living because everything has a little bit attached to the price of oil, i.e., transportation. All the goods that you get.
Right.
It's all everything will go up. Inflation
It's-
will happen if the price
It's
of
a
oil goes
domino
up.
effect because
Yeah. And right now,
the farmers grow wheat and grow cattle or have cattle and stuff like that. They got to transport that, right, through the trucks, and the farmers have to put gas in their combines and all that to use for farming. So they got to pass that cost on to the consumer.
exactly.
The truckers have to pass that cost on to the consumers or to the stores like the Metro and or stuff like that, and then Metro has to pass that on to the consumer. So yeah, it's a domino effect, and it's going to go crazy. I mean,
And people don't
can't
see
afford
that
stuff now.
because you've got the environmentalists that are saying, stop oil, keep the oil in the ground, paint everything orange. And in fact, they don't realize that it's causing everything to go up in price. They don't see that at all.
No, they're linking global warming, the carbon tax. They're linking the carbon tax, right, with global warming and all this. They're using this carbon tax, and all this carbon tax is, in my opinion, is a tax grab. That's all it is.
It is. Well,
And
actually,
with
Canada is one of the few places. Maybe they have it in Europe, but they don't have it in the States or a lot of other places. But in Canada, we have what's called a carbon tax. So it's an extra tax that they put on gas. So you have to pay more. And the idea of the tax is to make the environment better. And so
Well,
far, I don't think they've spent that bloody money they've collected on anything that's going to help the environment.
No,
That's the
it has nothing to do
hypocrisy
with
of
the
that
environment.
freaking idea.
The environment is
Here-
still. There's still going to be forest fires. There's still going to be, drought. There's still going to be all that stuff. It has nothing to do with that. They're pulling the wool over people's eyes, in my opinion. I think, and people can't afford what's going on now. Man, you go to a grocery store, it's just unbelievable, the prices of this stuff now. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's an agenda. We all know it's an agenda. Well, we should actually read this so-called agenda, this world agenda, and see what it is that they want. But, they talk about, they don't like beef, for example. They don't like cattle. They want to get rid of cattle because they think that it's harming the environment. It's like all kind of things like this. Even look at now, you can't even have a wood-burning stove in parts of Canada. They outlawed it, and now it's got to have a catalytic converter on that stove. You got to buy one with a catalytic converter now. Crap like that they're coming out with. Give me a break.
Yeah, well, they're saying cattle emits too much gas
Yeah.
when it
Farts.
farts and stuff.
Too many
So
farts.
it affects the environment. These people are nuts. These people are absolutely out of their friggin' mind.
Well, and the real big red flag to the whole thing is that you just called it global warming. Well, they've come around. They were calling it global warming, but no, not anymore. That was 5 years ago, whatever. They've changed it now to climate crisis because they can't figure out if the climate is warming or cooling down because it really depends on whether you're looking at it in the winter or the summer. It's ridiculous.
I don't buy it
Climate
myself.
has been changing forever.
Yeah, exactly. It's been changing for how
But
many
that being said, in North America, is this not the hottest year on record?
It's been mighty hot.
It's been hot, So I don't know.
But I don't know. When I was a kid,
It's hot.
in the
It's hot
summertime,
here.
we've had some
Yeah.
some days that were really hot, like this.
You're running the fan.
Well, I know that in 1930, I looked at the records for our area, and back July the 28th, I think it was, the record here in our area was actually 107 or 108 degrees back in 1930. So, you do have seasons and years where it's hotter than another. But I mean, if you look at it, climate can shift so quickly. And I had this very same discussion with a friend of mine earlier today. Literally about an hour or two before I came on here. And they've had woolly mammoths they found with flash froze with grass still in their mouth and in their stomach. I mean, it gets cold, it gets hot.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where I live here in Canada, it's cold. It's a cold place to live. Let's face it. You wear parkas and stuff like that. Like it's now at this point of the year, like right now today, it's starting to get cold to where you're wearing hoodies and stuff like that and not able to walk around with t-shirts and stuff like that. So I wouldn't mind the planet being a little bit warmer where I live. This would be actually a great thing for me. But of course, it's going to affect other people that are hot already. like Philippines or whatever, and it's going to be even hotter there. So yeah, what's the solution to the problem, or is it just this is the world we're living in and it's changing? You know.
Might affect the wildlife also.
Exactly. Be More Ron says, "Hey Dave, I got a strike. Can't stream for a week." Be More Ron. That's Baltimore. By the way, if you don't know, Be More stands for Baltimore Ron. He streams out of Baltimore, and he goes to I don't know if you go to the Philippines, but he goes to some of the countries over there, maybe Vietnam and places like that. Thailand, yeah. Thailand, I think, is the biggest place where they like going.
I think last time I saw Ron, he was in Thailand or something. Last time I saw
and
Ron.
Dave the Dasher in there. Good to see you. Sean Tuber, Brett Gaslow. A lot of new names in here coming out of your shot there that I don't know. Even Convoy Comrade.
Yeah.
You wanted to reword your question.
My simulcast.
$6 a gallon says Sean Tuber in California for
but
compared to $3.55 in Baltimore. Wow.
In California, they're really right out of it. They're unreal.
Well, remember, you had to buy vehicles that were specifically sanctioned for sale in California, and you couldn't buy other vehicles. Like California is ridiculous.
Oh, they're crazy. They're right out of it.
Well, they're cutting their own throat, making it too expensive to live there, and people are moving out now, unfortunately.
People, apparently, I heard way back that it's so hard to rent a moving truck there because so many people are leaving. You have a hard time getting a rental truck.
Holy!
I heard that months ago or whatever they were talking. That some few people mentioned that lived there or whatever, and said that to get a moving truck like a U-Haul, you got to book way in advance because it's so difficult because tons of people are moving out because California's gone so radical with this nonsense that the people are like, it's so expensive to live there. Like even people making working and making 60,000, 70,000, whatever, they can't even afford to rent. Basically, like Toronto's becoming now. Toronto's becoming the same thing.
I think it's cheaper than living in New York.
I don't know. New York's pretty expensive too.
Nicole is back.
Oh, no way. Me trying to live in New York. Oh, no. I'll go back to Michigan.
Rushing Wind Mountain still in the chat there. Back to good in there. Songbits Laura popping in there. Hey, Songbits, good to see you. Thanks a lot for coming in on my karaoke that I had there. By the way, I did a karaoke show there one night. Songbits Laura was in there, and I actually got up and sang, that Mick Jagger song, "No Satisfaction." Yeah, that pretty much fits the bill for living today.
No satisfaction. Oh,
yeah, I ain't got no.
That would have been fun to watch.
That was funny. I had a few drinks and whatever. I was having fun.
Yeah.
I think somebody gave me a super chat, so I would do it. Otherwise, I wasn't going to do it.
What you would do for a super chat, eh?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, I'm thinking that may not be a bad idea. Allow people to buy me a drink.
Yeah, but there's one guy, Lincoln Kane. I watched him the other night. He got on there. His chat is so big with 100 people in it, and he pulls out a bottle of something or other, like hard, whiskey or something, and people are donating $20 a shot. $20 a shot. And I watched him drink half of that bottle, 20, and after that I didn't, and then I didn't watch him, but he streams like all night. So then I watched him in the morning when I got up. Holy, was he ever sloshed. Unbelievable. He could barely even talk, barely move, but he was still streaming and still doing a panel too. Unbelievable.
Wow. I don't really drink except for every now and then on here I will, just as a celebration. I did the other night, on, I guess it was Thursday night, just because of the fact that I'm on vacation. So, I'm just here to enjoy myself.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a drink once in a while, and
Yeah.
in what
I just don't make it
Yeah.
happen.
Moderation. Big Dice says we have natural gas. That's the way forward in Canada, not electric cars. Take a look at the carbon footprint of both, and you're going to spend electric. It doesn't make sense because it's a scam. I don't know. The world wants us to. The leaders want us to go electric. Anybody here got an electric car?
Ha!
I do. I have a golf cart.
Yeah, golf.
Golf cart.
I
have
can't see
hundreds
where
of
you
golf
are
carts
riding
back
your
in
golf
Michigan.
cart in the winter.
Well, no, but I was driving it around and driving around, and then I experienced that feeling that you'd have with a Tesla when you start to run out of voltage and you're nowhere near a charger. Yeah. Call a tow truck. That's the problem with those things is, man, the charging.
Good to see you, Day Asphalt.
You'll be running your life around that car is what you'll do when you get an electric car.
I literally looked up how long does it take to charge your vehicle, and some of the stuff was saying 40 to 50 hours. I guess it depends on what kind of charger you're using on an electric vehicle.
On the different current. If you plug it into 110, like 110 volt outlet, it'll take that long. If you got a 220 outlet, it'll be a little quicker. And then they got even higher current, but you got to go to those superchargers. That's what you want, the supercharger. But the problem you're going to have is all these people that live in apartment buildings all over. What are they going to do? Where are they going to charge? You don't have the infrastructure in an apartment building. You barely have a 110 volt plug-in, never mind a high current one.
That's right.
Well, I did, which reminds me, I did go through and saw when I went down, y'all may or may not have seen my cup. It's Buc-ee's. I went to a Buc-ee's down, but Buc-ee's, it's a really big gas station. I'm talking 248 gas tanks, where you fill up your vehicle, gas pumps. And I mean, the thing is, like, I got lost in the bathroom trying to find my way out. It's that big. And they had, I had never seen one of these charging stations before, but they got a bunch of them. Of course, when you get 248, gas pumps, it makes sense they'd have a bunch of those as well. But I thought it was strange.
Wow.
I did a video. Somebody
That's huge, though.
It was stupid.
I was watching a little short thing on YouTube a couple of days ago, and it was a short on this guy. He was in his driveway in front next to his car, and he was complaining and saying how much of a scam an electric car is. He was saying getting an electric car is such a scam. He says, first of all, you have to get an electrician or whatever to put that equipment or whatever hooked up to your house, the hydro. You have to pay for that. You have to pay for this. You're not calling off all the stuff that you have to pay for first before you can have something at home that you can plug your car in. That's on top of getting the car. And he was going on and on about the cons about having an electric car. And it was so true, because people don't realize that all the stuff that's behind that you have to do before you get that electric car. So you have to pay an electrician, you have to pay, and in order, and when you're charging it, that takes hydro. So your hydro bill is going to be most likely be a little higher than normal because you have to charge the car.
Well, it used to be that there was the flouting the electric car, that it was so much cheaper to fill it, and electricity's gone up to where people are complaining that it costs a lot. And you know what? The road tax, the paving of the roads, comes from a tax on the pump gas. And now the guys who are driving electric vehicles are not paying a penny for the asphalt on those roads, eating it up. Who the hell is going to pay for the road repairs now with the e-vehicles?
That's what he brought up too. When you mentioned, he brought that up too, about about the roads. That
So what are they going to do? Are they going to put a road tax on your electricity bill?
he brought that up when he
They'll
when he
have
was
to.
like, running through it.
Because they got to get the money from somewhere, and it's got to be from the vehicles that use the road, right? How do you tax the vehicle? Or they bill it onto your driver's registration or something. In other words, $500 extra for road tax for the year or
And
something.
have you seen the prices of these cars? On top of that, they're just out of reach for the average person.
50,000.
That's a lot of dough.
Good night.
Yeah.
That's about what I owe on my home.
That's a lot of money. I don't know. I don't think they've thought this through because really, there's so many things that you need and that's going to go wrong. Like, not
They
every
didn't
gas
think it
station-
through. They pushed it. They made it so that you had to buy an electric vehicle. They've actually they're giving you incentives now. Here's $5,000 rebate when you buy the electric vehicle. Different states and provinces have got different deals. You know, the governments want you to do that. They're increasing the price of gasoline so that you'll switch over to electric. They're basically, and brainwashing you into it, right?
What about the people? What about people that live up north and stuff like that, where they don't have the plugs to plug in?
That's
that
where
you
I
buy?
live. Where
there
I
you go.
live here, if you go north from where I live, there are 0 superchargers north of here.
There you go.
0. So if I drive my electric car that I bought that I don't own, but if I did, I'd be stranded. I'd be going north and I'd go, what the hell? I got to plug in an 110 volt outlet at a motel. Give me a break. Ain't going to work.
No, and a lot of these gas stations, like on the 401 and everything, how many gas stations on those highways have these plugins? Not that many. I would think, anyways, from what I can gather, not that many.
Big Dice is saying your house will have to be WEF, like that World Economic Forum compliant. If you do not spend the money, your house will be condemned. Mortgage will cancel. Yeah, they'll do stuff like that. They'll do stuff like that for sure. It's got to be, like sealed, i.e. air conditioning. It doesn't leak cold air out, or in the winter doesn't leak hot air out. Got to have good insulation, blah, blah, blah. Crazy. It's the liberalism is going crazy in this world.
Oh, it's
Every day there's something new.
Well, it seems like everybody is getting pushed further and further to extremes. And
that's what it seems like.
Yeah. Hey, Jack, over in the Philippines there, what's your country like? Didn't you guys have a ruler there that was putting to death drug dealers? Is he still in power?
Not in power anymore. His daughter's in power.
We got a more reasonable guy in power there now?
Supposedly.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not going to talk about politics with you. That might get you in trouble with the government. Things are a little tighter over there than they are here. And we can say we can call BS on the government here and get away with it.
but the vice president is the daughter of the ex-president. The actual president is
So there's a bit of family
Marcos.
involved there.
Marcos.
Marcos.
Son, which is
okay.
probably not good.
Yeah.
Marcos did a lot of trash to this country. It took many years to bury his dead ass, because nobody wanted him in the cemetery of heroes, and people were like boycotting that stuff, and I agree
He's
with
like
that.
being shunned by part of the population.
Yeah, he was a big piece of POS.
Yeah, I hear you. Marcos. Yeah, that's the name that I was probably talking about when I'm talking about the heavy-handed ruler.
It was Ferdinand Marcos.
Yeah. Oh, good that he's gone.
Likes that guy.
just to
But
show
they
you how old
buried
I
him-
am, just to show you how old I am, when I hear Marcos, I'm thinking of Melda Marcos, that lady with like 200 or 300 pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She had a F ton of shoes.
Is that the
F ton of
same
shoes.
family, maybe?
Yes, it is. Amelia Marcos is his wife, or was his wife.
That's been a while. But
Yeah. Corruption running rampant, says
Well-
Back to Good.
I think that that's something that you're going to, I mean, if you really looked and were able to pull back the curtain, I think you'd see that, running rampant throughout the government. And that's just my opinion. The fact is, the power corrupts absolutely. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah. Just to show you, Twitch, if you're interested in streaming on Twitch, this is the kind of spam that you'll get in your chat off of Twitch right here, which is some guy trying to offer some kind of channel promotion or something like that. You don't see that on YouTube, at all, but it's a Twitch kind of a thing where guys will come in with spam like that, which that guy there should be banned.
Well,
A bunch
I
of
have
idiots.
seen where people, I mean, I've never done it, never will do it, but I have seen where people offer, if you pay me money, basically I'll get you, connections. I'm trying to avoid saying, but that's.
Oh, you mean you're talking about with regards to your channel?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can buy subs, you can buy views. And buying subs is not a good idea because what does it give you other than a number that you can boast about, right? Instead of 1,000 subs, you got 2,000. Oh, wow. Oh, big deal. So what's the use? It's not worth it. But some people buy views. And I've been in channels where people have actually bought viewers, okay, in a live stream. So in other words, you're watching. So for example, right now we're at 34 viewers. We would see that number jump up to, let's say 934 because you could buy 900 viewers. So we see that number jump up from 334 to 934. Right, like immediately, but it's for a fixed time, like for 1 hour or 2 hours or something like that, and you'll see that number sit there. But what good are those viewers? They're not chatting, they're not doing anything. It's just a number, and it makes your channel look good. And I see people doing that, buying viewers, which is ridiculous as far as I'm concerned.
And they start disappearing because they're fake accounts.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see. You know what? I see that a lot more overseas. Stuff relating to overseas, and I think it comes from overseas where people are doing that. I don't know that people have setups like that to do that up over here.
When you say buy, you mean that they actually give money to people to be subscribers and stuff like that?
Yes, to either subscribe to your channel or to view your channel for a certain period of time. In other words, I go to that company right now on their website. I pay them $50 for 900 subscribers for 1 hour. And here's my channel name, right? And you pay them the money and boom, you go live and you've got 900 subs watching you, but they're not real.
Yeah, okay, but what does that do though? Even so what? You got 90, but what does that do?
It makes
It makes you think you have all these subs you got that you paid for, but then in the end, next day you wake up, you're like, oh, everything just dipped down.
Well, what it does is it gives you clout in your genre. So, for example, if I have a bunch of friends with channels and they come over here and they go, whoa, 900 people watching in there. Holy, what a successful streamer, But it's only for 1 hour that they got 900 people watching. It's for clout. That's all.
Yep.
But it's so fake.
Okay, so there's no monetary benefit. It's just for ego and clout, basically.
Yeah. But you can buy the subs. Let's say that you needed X number of subs to get monetization. So, for example, you could buy 100 subs or something, right? And let's say you're at 400 and you need 500 subs to get monetized. You buy the 100 subs and now you're monetized. That's one reason for buying subs.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well,
Not allowed by YouTube.
So,
Right.
But,
here's
do they find out
So-
things? Probably not.
the people that are doing that are kind of like fooling themselves. If they have a crummy channel and they're doing that, they're just fooling themselves by doing that, because people will catch on eventually to say,
Oh, I've
"Geez,
seen it happen
channel
over
ain't that
in
great."
Kelly Caldwell's channel, and I've seen it happen in Boss's channel. Those two guys, because they're fooling around a lot, and they've got a lot of subs from over in the east.
well, the fact is, I know that in some communities, I'm not going to go in talking about which communities and what have you. But if y'all are familiar with them, you're going to know what I'm talking about. In some communities, that's their whole thing, is to go through and push. They've got people that they say, go subscribe to this person, and they send a text out or whatever. However they do it, and then all those people go and connect with that other channel. The trouble is, and I've seen people that I have no doubt. I know for a fact that oftentimes the person who is running the live stream, that's not what they wanted. They didn't try to, they wanted to come by it honestly, and yet other people are pushing, that for somebody else, trying to help somebody else, thinking
Yeah.
they're doing, thinking they're
That's
doing.
where I've seen it. I've seen it happen, and the channel owner did not want it to happen. Well, in Boss's case, I don't know, but in Kelly's case, I don't think he wanted it to happen, but somebody else came in there and bought a bunch of viewers, and so he had a big number of viewers. And you think you're running a hot show because you got 1,000 viewers in there, but your chat is still running at the same rate as with 30 viewers. So it's just a clout thing.
It's a numbers game.
Crazy. Hey, Moon over Miami. Nice to see you. Nice to see you running your videos horizontal now. Moon over Miami in the chat. Good to
So
see
all
it.
it is,
Well,
all it is
I think
all
that
it is a
it's a scam.
manipulation of numbers, basically.
I think
That's
it's a
all it is.
scam.
And it's not for any good because it actually costs you money. You don't make money doing it. So
Yeah,
what's
well,
the use? The
there's
only
other-
use is to become monetized, and you need
Doesn't
the
make
X number of subs, so you
make
buy
sense
some
at all.
subs. That's the only thing I can see.
Thank you for coming in, Sharon. If you ask me, there's a bigger problem with it, as it causes distrust. It causes, doubt. It causes, people, when that happens, people aren't going to be able to trust that person,
Right.
whether it's their fault or not.
Right.
I've seen people, I can take you to a couple of, I can go to Social Blade right now and look up a couple channels I'm aware of that, have done that. And it's really obvious because, it'll go boom, 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 just like this. And that, when they only ever increase by 100 subs or an even amount of subs, that's kind of a giveaway.
Giveaway. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
and I can
Yeah.
think of 3 channels right now, I believe, that do it, that have done that. And, it's, I believe that has even cost some people the ability to be monetized. So don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Some people complain about being monetized and losing monetization. So it could potentially lose your monetization, or if you're trying to buy subs or also if you are running your channel like I am right now, and if I say, hey, if I sub to you, you sub to me, when you actually communicate that in the chat and you're running a channel like that where you're doing sub for sub and stuff like that, that's against rules, against terms of service. So you definitely don't want to even talk about that. I've actually heard of people getting their channel shut down just from, sub for sub stuff action happening in their chat. So you got to be very careful. Who else? I saw something in there. Moon over Miami is in there, and somebody said something about Let me just look at the chat here. Go ahead.
Well, I can tell you this: if you don't like my content, don't go into my, don't go into my channel. Don't sub. If you don't like the content, there ain't no sense in you being there.
Yeah, but that's a troll. He wants to be there. He doesn't like you,
I'm still here.
and he wants to know that he doesn't like you. So you can't say don't sub. He's going to stay sub
I
if you
have
say that.
I have no control over who subscribes to my channel, but I would hope that only that people that enjoy being there, would come in and
Yeah.
We're gonna we make an effort we make an effort to go through and keep trolls from coming up on panel, and we try to give everybody the opportunity. But it's been my experience, most of the folks that come over there that are trolls, they don't say anything in the chat.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Slayer Cat in the chat. Hang on.
Oh,
Slayer Cat.
Catwoman, will you never learn?
Hey,
What were you gonna say?
are you up for a little while?
Who are you talking to, Jack?
Tommy.
Your ass.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Me?
Night,
I'm
AR.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm up
How
here, right on top of
How
you.
long do
guys
you
up for a
run
little
your live?
while? 'Cause
Oh,
I'm
I
thinking
don't.
about
Okay. It's about 11 o'clock here right now, and I'll probably run until 1 o'clock. So 11, 12, 1, couple hours more, something like that.
Okay. I'm gonna go
That's
down
cool.
the street real quick and get a light up keyboard because I don't like this one.
Oh, right on.
Because it doesn't light up. I have another light up keyboard, but it's only backlit, but it doesn't show the letters. I don't like it, so I'm gonna go buy a new one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What the heck is that?
It's just right.
Steel
right then,
series.
Right then in my street here.
Here, I'd show you what kind of keyboard you want. You want a
RGB.
Steel series keyboard that looks like this. This here you can change a lot of these keyboards. I had one keyboard where it was like a backlit keyboard, blah, 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 but it was all different colors, right? And it never did do a white keyboard like this. So, and I couldn't see them. If they're different colors, they're really hard to see. So this one I got, and it's got the ability to go colored or with white lighting like this, like around the keys and also
What do you
the
mean
keys
by
themselves.
colored?
Well, yeah. You know what I mean. But anyways, I selected the white light here because it's easier to see for me, like far away, because I sit far away from the keyboard. In fact,
But if you
I
have
don't
your
even like-
if you have your
I ain't
lights
falling
on,
like that, but I'll
What
see
are you
what I
doing?
can come back with. I'll be right back, guys.
okay.
Okay. Get on that jeepney and get out there.
No, I'm gonna take a tricycle. It's straight down the street. It's like right down the street. Me and my black guy. Yep. I'll be right back.
Right arm, Saigarn.
So Tommy, if you have your lights on, why would you need a lit keyboard?
Because I well, even with the lights on, I still couldn't see the letters on the surface of the keyboard.
You need
You know.
glasses.
If they're, yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, I do need glasses. But I don't know. The keyboard is perfect. This backlit one is good. It fits the bill.
Oh no! As long as you like it, that's what counts.
Well, like, the other one that I had, I couldn't see. So,
Yeah.
and it was a colored one where it had colored lights on it, and it never did go to white light. So
Right.
those colored lights are really hard to see the letters and names on them, whatever. Let's see. Somebody was talking about another guy that promotes channels. I saw it in the chat there. Somebody typed in the name of his channel there.
So I think somebody was talking about Kevin over at Tuber Chat. I hadn't seen him.
That was it. Kevin, Tuber Chat. Yeah, drop his link in there. We got to drop his link. Let's find his link and drop him. Okay, if you have a YouTube channel and you want to get a bit of promotion from a YouTube channel, check out Kevin's channel, because he specializes in people coming over to his channel. He's a Canadian. He streamed convoy stuff out of Ottawa. I'm not sure if he lives in Ottawa or I think he lives in Ottawa. And he runs Tuber Chat, and he runs actually about 3 different channels I've seen him run. Tuber Chat in particular is great for him because he helps small channels promote their channels. So check him out.
Come on up, Jerry.
It's 10 in South Georgia. Need some sleep, so later take care and stay out of heat tomorrow if possible. Absolutely. Sharon Rowland. Flashing lights draw you into a casino. People spending money to draw other people to spend money. Some of the other people cancel. The stupid ones don't know that. Yeah, and they don't have
let me
windows
ask you a
or clocks in a casino. Yeah,
you using OBS right now?
I'm not using OBS. I'm using a knockoff of OBS that costs a little bit of money and has a few more features called vMix, but similar features.
Okay. Well, I was wondering, because all those panels you got on the wall, it'd be awful expensive to have all those panels, those on the wall. Are those actually up there? Or is that like a background?
They are actually not up there. It is an actual scene. There's Jerry in there. Hey, Jerry, wave again. There's Jerry in there popping into the stream. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Doing
Good.
good.
Hey, how you doing?
It's a fake, just like yours, though, behind. It's a backdrop. That's all it is. But a motion backdrop.
You're saying that mine is fake?
You got a strip on the side, Gary.
Do I now?
You got a strip on your right side that shows that it's messed up.
Well, I'll have to take a look at it because I can't see it at the moment. No, that's a pole. This
Not
right
there,
here?
other side. You're right.
Oh,
Yeah, you see his
So-
face right there.
You must have a green screen then behind you, right? For it to
He does.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
because
does.
I noticed because you come out really nice. Because I have different backgrounds that I can use, like with a jukebox and all that stuff. But my
I can see your bottle.
you can see my liquor bottle.
Yep. There
like
you go.
I don't have a green screen, so my hands like kind of disappear, stuff like that. So that's why I'm just using my studio background here instead. But I didn't really want to buy a green screen. That's like,
Well, this one was actually given to me. So,
yeah.
although I did spend a ton of money on my computer and, a lot of the other stuff I've got, it's
Hey, Laura.
it kind of goes back to that whole thing where, to me, this is a hobby, and I'm gonna spend money on my hobby. I went out and bought, 2 new cameras today. Let me show them to you. There we go. So I got, I've got the capability. I've got three different angles now to although this one right here is almost at the same spot as that one right there, but earlier I had it over here, but if I leave it over here, the cable stays kind of in the way of the keyboard, so I kind of moved it.
If there are people watching this that have been drinking, that's going to really mess them up. They're going to be going, what the hell's in that whiskey?
But I'm,
3 cameras. You must really like the way you look.
He likes looking at himself.
no. Hey, I'll tell you why I have three cameras. From time to time, I do video. I actually do videos from time to time, including sometimes reviews of things. And so, and one of the things I have noticed when you talk some of these, if you look at some of these channels that talk about growing your channel or whatever, how to do a better video, how to do this, how to do that. A lot of times they'll say to change up to to change up your camera angle, and what have you. So this way, if I go through and I'm shooting a review, I can start it right here, talk for a few seconds, maybe add a B-roll, and then go to maybe this angle right here, and I'm still talking about, my cheese whiz or whatever, and then I can go through and switch it right here, and I'm talking about it from here, and then so ultimately I've got, and they. I look at things like that. I'm a curious guy. I want to know how stuff works. And I'd love to see my retention go from, shooting straight down after the intro to, where it's, people watch what I'm doing. And so I pay attention to all that. I'm not any good at it, but that doesn't mean I don't enjoy, trying to do some of it or learn or educate myself a little bit. Good to see you, Jonesy. Radio Jonesy, Tasmania.
Right on. Hang on. Nicole Ruiz, some little bit of trouble in the chat there. She says, I just threw up in the bathroom sink.
I think she's at the hospital right now for a migraine.
Oh, no, I shouldn't have done that then. Okay. No, that's a pretty good setup you got there, and you're really getting good control of OBS there. It looks good. You got the background in there. You're set up with that whole thing there now. You just got to get it fine-tuned to where you're, rolling and doing it naturally. Looks good.
Well, my ultimate goal is to not even use a backdrop or OBS, but to actually have, turn this into an actual studio. Or at least, yeah. Well, yeah. Since I am Batman,
Right.
but no, I'm looking at having, I do have a liquor cabinet right here, and I'm thinking about putting maybe a so I can look educated or something. Put my bookshelf over here, and just different things to. I mean, if you look at some of the actual shows, real television shows or whatever, a lot of times they'll have an actual backdrop, not using OBS or whatever, and so I'm considering and ultimately working toward having set up to where it's worth looking at. Little doodads, for example, like maybe this on one of my shelves, just a little, 29 car, Kevin Harvick diecast, or maybe a baseball card or something, a little, just something that's interesting, so that it gives somebody something to look at rather than just my face. Because Lord knows people are going to get tired of looking at my face at some point. So anyhow, it's I guess it's just a way of being a little bit more professional if I can. And so I don't know.
Nicole is in Texas hospital right now for my headaches. Sorry about that, Nicole.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You've got everything all under control, good setup. I don't know what I can say other than content. People they want content. You can have the best setup in the world and all the doodads and buzzers and sound effects. And it ain't gonna cut it if people don't like what they're watching. You have to be able to retain the audience and keep them, entertained, and have different stuff, and not just sit there and, if you want to sit there and face cam on your channel, you're gonna get 20 people watching. But that's about all you're gonna do is sit there and talk to 20 people, and it's not gonna go any further. You gotta amp it up a little bit, go to the next level, something new, something different.
I've been looking at that very thing. The fact is that there's several ways a channel can go. One of which is you can be like I have been being, which I go around, I've been, and I think I talked a little bit about this earlier, where I go around and support these different channels, and they in turn come back to support me. But you're limited because you've only got so much time in the day, and you can only go so large doing that. At some point, it's going to have to go up to ultimately, it's going to have to boil down to content and whether or not you're interesting enough for other people to come watch you. And so,
Right.
um,
Yeah, this is the way I see it, because I've analyzed channels and people doing this kind of stuff for quite a while. And if you have, let's say, 1,000 subscribers, you're probably going to get 5 to 10 people watching your stream if you go live, whatever you're going to be doing. Right? That's just the way the numbers work. And if you've got a few more subscribers, let's say 2,000, 3,000, whatever in that realm, then you've got more people that are going to be able to watch, and you could very well have 100 people watching your stream at any given time. But I will tell you that even with that, you need to have, I can't say you need to, but if you have drama, the numbers shoot right up. Yeah. They're like, drama just brings everybody into the channel, and everybody is watching, and everybody wants drama, and it's a drama thing. YouTube is a drama thing.
I know. And see, I don't want drama in my channel though, and so that's going to limit me. Which is another reason why I'm not. I get exactly what you're saying, and there ain't. I know Devil Dog's. I think his biggest live stream is where he said, "I've had enough," and he had a big picture, some red thing with some steam coming out of his ears or something like this. And drama. Hey, I'm actually subscribed and a member of a channel that they're good people, but everything in there is I enjoy talking with some of the folks, but every time I go to the channel, it's drama, and that's. I prefer to be a unifier and try to help somebody, and rather than divide. And that's going to limit. Hey, I already know up front that'll never swim on here. That'll never float. I'm limiting myself right from the get-go. But guess what? That's one reason why I don't care about whether my channel grows or not, because I already know. It ain't ever going to reach the potential of what some of these folks did, and that's okay. I'm here to have fun, and I'm sorry I kind of get on my soapbox there for a minute.
No, that's true. I agree with what you say. I personally don't like drama, but I know that drama drives the numbers. So once in a while I'll have a drama stream. Like if you look at some of my old streams, you'll see drama streams where we had 100 people watching, and it was nothing more than cussing, and guests on that are cussing and stuff like that. And it's a niche market kind of a thing where only a few number of people know what it's all about and to understand it, but they love the drama in it. So they all come in to see the drama and see who's yelling at who and who's fighting and who's calling people names and stuff like that.
It's a balance. It's a balancing act, because you could also lose people. So it's like I
do, because I actually, on that stream, the last stream that I had that was a drama stream, I had people coming in saying, "Tommy, I don't like what's happening with your channel. I don't like these people swearing and stuff in here, and I'm out of here." And maybe they unsubbed. Yeah, that'll happen.
But you keep to your yourself and like convictions or whatever you want to call it. And if that's the way you want to run your stream with no drama and all that, then you do that. Like, who cares what anybody thinks? Like, it works for some, but it doesn't work for others.
Well, if you get to the point where you're having the same conversation all the time with the same people, and there's no excitement in it, there's no that's not something that I want to invest 2 hours a pop doing. And so I try to do different things just to keep myself entertained, as well as the folks that come over there. That sometimes it don't work out, sometimes it does. I wanted to do a stream on I guess it was the YouTube police channel right along with the YouTube police where I was going to take my phone and live stream while I was, just driving through town at midnight, stopping at a few places, saying hey to some folks, finding out if anybody wants to conversate with folks on YouTube. Just something different. And to me, that would be entertaining. And I think other people, if it entertains me, maybe it'll entertain somebody else.
Yeah, 'cause-
Hey, Wanda.
I've seen some streams where it's all it is they're showing their gardens and they're growing vegetables, but you should see like their viewership is really high, and
Oh yeah,
and the subscribers are they have a lot of subscribers just by showing their garden growing tomatoes or let's say somebody building stuff,
Yeah.
in their garage or something. They'll show that, and their viewership is quite high because people are
oh
interested.
yeah.
Right.
You can go look at Self-Sufficient Me, M.I. Gardner. You can go look at David the Good. You can go look at, yeah, I'm very familiar. In fact, when I first started doing videos, first started doing YouTube, it was primarily because the fact that I was gardening. And gardening took an explosion in 2020 when everybody was stuck at home. Everybody was concerned about, the supply chain. Everybody, when 2020 hit, there was an explosion in a lot of channels. And if you had a lot of information already out there, and a lot of these channels tended to grow over the time anyhow, you can't eat the grass. When I think around 2020 is when they hit 100,000 subscribers. And the fact is, they did a video about how much we made on YouTube last year, which is, to me, that's interesting information because it kind of gives you an idea of what, somebody with 100,000 subscribers, can make over a year. I think they made like $20,000, but that's really not, I mean, that's good money for doing YouTube.
Sure.
Depending upon how many hours that you put in. But from what they were saying, they were spending between 40 and 60 hours a week just editing.
Yeah. And was that just one person, or they got a multiple team there?
Two people.
Two people.
A guy and a girl, a husband and wife, I guess.
Like, that's not a lot. 20,000 is not enough for a year. So obviously, 100,000 subs is not enough for like a full-time income.
So
yeah, but if it's supplemental income, that's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
So I watched this young guy. It's trap lines and inlines. I watched this young guy. He's building this log cabin on his own. He's videotaping as he's doing it and cutting some of the trees and stripping the trees and making the logs and putting the logs on and building this log house. That's his dream. He's very, very young, and this guy's got like 68,000 or more subscribers, but he's doing it all by himself. He's got no helpers helping him. He's doing all this, building this. I don't know where he gets.
See, sometimes
from, but he's a young guy, right?
That's a cool thing. See, sometimes people with channels get a boost, because they got a little channel, but they're doing something super interesting, and the interesting thing gets picked up by a newspaper or something like that, or a TV station, and they do a little story on it, and then the guy gets a good boost on his subs off of something else like that, And a lot of these guys that do have a good numbers got some kind of a boost from somewhere to get there. They didn't just do it magically out of nowhere.
I don't know. But he's also got seems like he has a good personality too, and he's great to watch and listen to. But I watch him from day one, starting from scratch, building this huge log house, actually, not cabin, a house, log house. And very interesting what he's done. Step by step, right? Do it.
Well,
yeah,
that's like what I've been saying as far as content. It has to be intriguing. It has to be something that's interesting, and somebody has presented in such a way as to make it interesting. Sometimes, sometimes it's all about how you go about it, just about as much as it is, the information. There's, there are people that are interested in most everything.
Mm.
But if it's not, there are little things I think that can make the difference, especially with the younger generation and their attention spans nowadays, some of the things that talks about slight movement of the camera or during the video or different angles or, but if all you're doing on all that is showing an egg, how many people's going to sit there and watch an egg?
Oh, you'd be surprised, probably some people that do.
Oh, well,
Yep.
I'm going off. I'm going to go to bed.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
I got more welding to do tomorrow to finish up my hay spikes and
Welding.
then I'm going live at 5:30 tomorrow night.
hey,
Oh.
Jerry, real quick, you're going to be down there on Friday, right?
Yes, Friday. We're
All right.
hoping to be there between 3 and 5 o'clock on Friday.
All right. I want to take you and your wife out to eat. I'm also taking out Des and her daughter, and I'm gonna see if I can't get up with Felicia and have I want us to have a nice sit down meal. I don't know what time, but sometime Friday evening. So
No, I'll
please.
call you, let you know where we're at. And what time are you going to leave your house?
We're gonna try to go through a little bit early, and we're gonna go down and eat at Dreamland Barbecue over in Tuscaloosa on the way. So that's gonna be like lunch.
Okay.
And then
I'll give you a call around 1 o'clock. Let you know where we're at.
okay, I
We're
appreciate
we're going to try to get up and leave about 5:30, 6 o'clock in that area,
it. Oh
so I
wow.
can get out of town and past Streamfield before rush hour hits.
I don't blame you.
So
Hey, I look forward to it. Sorry, I've been jumping on a soapbox, and I tend to monopolize conversation. I don't mean to. I just can't shut myself up.
yeah,
Oh, it's all good here.
I'll see you later. I'll be going live tomorrow night at 5:30. Gary, keep an eye on it.
All right, I'll look for you.
All right, talk to you later. Thanks,
See you,
Simon.
Jerry. Thanks for coming on, Jerry.
See you, Johnny.
See ya.
Yeah.
Take care.
All
Hey,
right.
let me drop his link while we're here.
Right on. That was Jerry popping in there. Off he goes into the hinterland.
Yeah,
I just bought me a new keyboard.
I'm sure. His
You got the new
morning-
keyboard? That was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
quick.
Yeah,
Holy.
it's right at that end of the street, across the street.
Got everything close by. You live in like one of those 15-minute cities, I bet.
Oh, if I could walk, well, because my legs are all messed up, but it'd probably take me about, I don't know, 5 minutes to walk there and 5 minutes to walk back, but yeah, I got it. And I got a USB hub. Four
Ooh.
port hub.
Oh, USB keyboard. Ah, right on. That's the thing we were talking about.
And I got
Expander. Port hub.
Yeah.
And I got the old keyboard. I can't really see.
Looks good.
Just got the backlight on the buttons, so I'm good.
Now, are you using a wireless with a dongle, or is it a wired keyboard?
It's wired.
Okay.
So let me pull this thing out of the box. I can pull out the box. Pull the condom out the wrapper.
It's the unboxing. Wow. Get her out of there.
Very cool.
Looking good. Nice. It's got that thing for resting your wrist on there, too. On the front of it there. Looks good.
Yep. So
Okay, plug it in. Let's see what the lights look like. See if it's got...
I'm gonna plug it in later. I'm gonna plug it in later.
Come on. It's an opening. Box opening.
Oh Jesus Lord Christ.
Oh, that's
My
okay.
legs are all messed up. But maybe next live stream I'll show you.
last time I
Sounding
went,
good.
I tried to get a wired key, not a wireless, but a wired keyboard from Walmart. They didn't have any. I had to literally had to go to Best Buy.
I'm a Walmart whore, I'd say. Like, oh, you get everything's clearance. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, mine's a Logitech wireless too, right? That's
Oh yeah.
so my mouse is wireless and my keyboard's wireless, and so far it's sometimes you gotta keep an eye on the batteries so they don't wear out when you're doing something, right? But
I got a wired keyboard here, another wired keyboard over there, and I just bought another wired one. So I'm not gonna buy another wireless one because I'm not gonna spend so much money.
Well,
I
the
just spent 25 bucks.
I spent about $70 on my keyboard and mouse. It was a combination wireless when I bought this new computer, and it was the trouble is every time I put my phone anywhere close to it, the keyboard didn't type half the time, and the mouse didn't seem to work half the time.
You get the
So
interference with your phone.
yeah, yeah. So it never did work properly. So I actually went back, and right now, guess what? Wired, baby, wired. Now I am using a wireless mouse, just because I'm not sure why I'm using a wireless mouse, other than I bought this and used it with I used it with my laptop for a long time, and then I basically have let my wife use my laptop because I got a nicer computer. I bought a laptop because I wanted something faster than my old computer for editing. The trouble is, the laptop just kept buffering. So finally, after a while of running that, I got T Rock over at T Rock Vittles and such, who's I met through Devil Dog. He built me a computer, and it has like 64 gigabytes of RAM, 4 terabytes of hard drive. It's got a graphics card with its own RAM. It's just been this computer is a whole lot faster, a whole lot nicer than anything I've ever had. Most everything I've had computer wise has always been outdated. Just because of the fact that I'd go and buy what's on sale or whatever, and a lot of times they put this stuff on sale that's outdated. But this computer is a beast, and I'm thankful for it. I've kind of gotten a little spoiled with it.
well,
That's
if
Mine
you're
used to be a beast, but it's like a turtle now.
if you're doing streaming and doing what we're doing now and stuff like that, you need a more powerful desktop
No.
or whatever anyways, right, for that.
No, not for running StreamYard. No.
No?
What happens here is like if you're not running OBS like Belt Loop is, or like I am, you really don't need that much of a powerful computer. In fact, you can use just a cell phone with StreamYard. And all you do is you just open up the browser and you send your video and audio to StreamYard. Everybody's audio and video right now is being sent to StreamYard, not to me. So my computer is not being overloaded whatsoever. In fact, I can actually shut my computer off here right now, and this stream would still continue, and you guys would still be in there. The only one that'll be gone would be me, because you guys are connected to StreamYard, not to me.
Because
In
on
fact-
another channel, I heard somebody saying that you needed a real powerful PC in order to do this kind of stuff.
No, well,
streaming.
if you are running OBS software, or you're running other types of streaming software where it's a program running on your PC over and above just a browser like StreamYard is. Because all a StreamYard is a browser, so you don't need a powerful computer for a browser.
Okay. All right.
So but what the heck is it? There's other programs that people use that do absolutely use up a lot of your power.
Well, I know editing eats up a lot of power and a lot of your RAM. So if you're going to do videos and you want to actually produce something that is going to require editing, get something with a lot of RAM and preferably a graphics card that has some RAM in it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. A graphics card computer, a mainframe type of a computer with a graphics card is what you need. And with your graphics card, you've got HDMI and stuff like that out of it that you can utilize as well onto more modern monitors and that.
Now, I will warn you when it comes to those graphics cards, you can spend as much as you want. Those things are expensive, or can be. So just do a little research, and I mean, if you're going to build one, and see, what's in the price range you want. That's all, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, like if you're doing the OBS, it's not too bad. But where I ran into trouble is where I run the multi-stream, where I can put up to 16 different live streams at one time on my wall. It's called a stream wall. And with that really, really eats up resources. Every time you add another stream, it's more load. And I can see it happening, and I can see my CPU rate being used more and more and more on the graphics card until finally everything maxes out and everything starts chugging and getting glitchy and not running smoothly at all. But I have to be running like more than 13 streams at one time before that starts happening on my system. So I'm and that's with a really powerful
Gary.
yeah,
For me,
something that you could buy right now, like the latest in equipment.
For me, my computer can handle a lot more than what my internet connection can. My internet is not the best, and they don't even have what is that fiber optic. Fiber optic isn't an option for me, and so I just have to use what they've got, and it's a little frustrating, but what can you do? One of these days, I'll be able to use, if they ever hey, I'm in Mississippi. We're dead last in just about everything except for obesity, unemployment, all the bad things we're probably ranked at or near the top. When it comes to technological advances, they're going to be pretty much near the bottom. It is what it is, but I love this place and I love my family, and that's where they're at. So that's where I'm at. I'm sorry, I'm rambling again.
Well, no, I near my area, we don't have fiber optics here. We just rely on just up the lane. But they're building subdivisions around where I am. So as they're building the subdivisions, they're adding fiber optics in there. But for an older area, they're not going to be adding, because I asked a cable guy one time, and he said that they're not going to be adding fiber optics where we are, because the houses have been built since '84 or whatever. Mm-hmm. But the newer subdivisions, that's what they're doing. They're putting in the fiber optics there, right? So basically, and sometimes I pay over $100 for Wi-Fi here, and it's high speed Wi-Fi and all. But sometimes it's a pain in the ass. Sometimes it'll conk out for a minute or two for some reason, for no reason at all, actually. And then it'll come back on. So it is a pain in the ass, but we have Rogers here. So and we're using Rogers, and sometimes Rogers, I don't know, they have their issues with internet and stuff too. So, but
I think we're using AT&T here.
AT&T,
Yeah. But I asked my wife the other day just to look in to see if anybody offers, out, because I think there's a few different service providers that are around. I don't know if it's even possible to get it here, fiber optic. But if I could get it, I would. I'd be glad to pay for it too.
But I think the thing is if it has something to do with I think with your cable in the ground, underground or whatever, however
Yeah.
they put your cable. So
Yeah.
they'd have to change that whole cable, all the cables and everything to fiber optics, right?
Yeah.
So they'd
That
have to
makes
dig
sense.
all that up. So I doubt that they'll dig everything up there just to put fiber optic in, because it's going to cost quite a few bucks to do that, right?
Well, I know that over in Texas, they were doing that over in Devil Dogs area, and there were some of the folks that we've talked to. I don't remember if it was Pafford Homestead but one of them was telling me that they were finally getting it out in their area. So
Well, they're lucky. Yeah, they're lucky.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'd love to have it.
Oh yeah, it's way better apparently. Yeah, it's 100 times better than just a normal cable in the ground, But I don't know.
Well, it's been my experience that Laura, that you're only as good as your weakest link. You could have the best internet in the world, but if your computer is slow, or you can have a decent computer, but not much RAM, and it won't go very fast.
Right. Yeah. You have to have good enough RAM in your PC or laptop, whatever, and you should have and enough space in your hard drive too, right?
Yeah.
So that makes a difference as well. Yeah. But if you have only like 4 gigabytes of RAM and stuff,
I
and
got 16 gigabytes.
it's
of,
not gonna.
RAM.
Yeah. Yeah, you need lots of RAM, that's for sure. 12 Man says, I think Portland Andy runs his own servers so that he doesn't run into that problem with large stream. Yeah, actually, Portland Andy runs the Streamwall software that I do. I run the exact same system that Portland Andy has as far as being able to multi-stream with, having 16 things on your screen at the same time. But all you need is a hot computer, like a really fast computer with a really good graphics card, that if you're going to do multi-streaming. And it does work. It does work.
And
Well,
and you're
guys, I'm
talking
gonna
about
hop
big
off
bucks.
of here and then take a nap. It's like 1:38, whatever, 1:40 p.m. I'm gonna take a nap.
Perfect time for a nap.
Yeah, fiber optic is quick, Laura.
All right, Jack.
Hey,
Take
sounds
care.
good. Jack, thanks a lot for popping in on the stream. Good to see you.
See ya.
Jack Hobson,
Thanks-
coming in
thanks
from the
for having me.
Philippines, giving us
Take
the
care.
big
Thanks
double
for
V.
having me.
You
Good to see
betcha.
you.
Glad to see you on there. Whoop, whoop. Big ups. Big shout out to all of our viewers. Jack Hobson, one of our viewers and content creator. Looking
Yeah.
good.
Enjoy your new keyboard.
Yep. I'm gonna try that thing out tonight. Okay.
Right on.
I like to turn the lights off, especially when they got the black eye.
What's up, Skipper?
Oh, there's a mess in the floor.
Jump rope. Nicole. Yeah, it's probably a computer if you've got fiber, because fiber is fast. I have fiber here, and it's
I'm
pretty
using,
fast.
I'm using prepaid here.
Let me see. Let me do a speed check. Everyone do a speed check. What's your speed like right now? Speed test.
If I do a speed test, this was shut down.
Okay, I've got ping 1 millisecond. download speed 273 megabits per second. Download 273 megabits. Upload
He's making me jealous over there.
313 megabits upload. Now those are impressive numbers, and that's with fiber.
I'm not gonna share
My-
with mine. I'm not gonna share with mine because it's not gonna get even close to over 10.
I just did
So I
ran
have-
mine.
I
Go ahead.
I have 73.40 download, and my upload is just going to show now in a few seconds. My upload is 18.16.
18?
I don't know, 18.18.
1.8?
0.16.
What are you running? A 1200 baud modem?
No,
Just kidding.
it's a
I'm
Rogers-
kidding.
It's a Rogers modem,
I'm just kidding.
no, it's supposed to be a newer modem or something that they just put in.
How's
Right,
the
so-
internet coming into your house via what cable?
Cable, like through the
Oh, okay,
underground.
cable TV. Yeah,
No, it's going. Yeah, it's cable TV. Yeah, basically, it's
yeah.
but it's
Mine-
Well,
it's a
yeah,
modem
those are the
with
kind of
Wi-Fi.
numbers that you get off of cable internet. But mine is fiber, right? Which is fiber is you're getting almost 300 up and down.
Mine's pitiful. I got 41.7 megabits per second download, 9.64 megabits upload.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I know.
Like for me, like that's another thing when you're doing like a multi-stream and you have to receive like 10 different video inputs, that is using a lot of download megabits, like a lot of and if you don't have a good internet into your house, you're not going to do it, so if you're running a kind of a thing like I am, you definitely need really good internet and a really good computer, and then you've got what you need to make it work. But otherwise, if you're just sending one video signal to the internet or receiving one video signal, you don't need much. That's for sure.
No, the
Well-
upload was 20.09, and the
I-
download is 61.15. And we're
I ran
we're
it
paying-
at work.
Pardon?
I was just
We're
saying, I
paying-
ran mine at work, and it had upload like 140 or something like this. It was,
Huh.
I mean, blazing fast there. But
But
here,
like-
well, they've also got all these restrictions on it too, as far as going through the because it's work. They have all these other filters and everything else running through it, but the internet itself is very fast.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Hey, Marines.
Yeah, very good, Jack. Good meeting you. Take care.
See ya.
Thank for having me up. And,
Take care.
Yeah,
You
great
guys take care
guest on
and
the show.
have fun. You guys have fun.
It's good to
Get
see
that
you.
keyboard working. Looks like a nice board there.
Oh yeah.
And we'll catch you the next time that you're live and we're live. Sounded good. Or if I see you live or something, we'll say hi in your chat for sure.
Oh yeah.
Big
I'll be
ups.
around tonight. Big ups.
Like we're paying quite a big amount for our cable, our internet too, like Wi-Fi and stuff too. That's the thing, and I've complained to them a while back about not getting enough download. Like the download is pretty low for what we're paying and stuff. So that's when he came. That's when he came and he changed the underground cable and he put a new underground cable in and everything. And I thought that I'd be getting a lot better than that, but
Yeah,
we're paying
you
like
have to move to maybe a different company that provides fiber to your house to get better internet. But like from where I am here, there was no fiber. There was cable and there was telephone, right? Those were your two options. And, they are what they are. But when they had a company here, which is TELUS in my area, which brought in fiber, being the first ones with fiber, well, I knew that would give the very best internet. So I went with the fiber right away. And those are the numbers that I'm showing you. So when fiber comes to your area, you'll be glad.
Yeah, but my phone's getting. Oh, there we go. But the guy from the cable said that they won't be running fiber optic here in my area. They won't be.
Yeah, depends on your area. Yeah, so you'll be limited to what you've got.
Subdivisions, only the new subdivisions there that they'll be running it.
See, for us, the cable company stayed with cable. They never did do fiber. And the phone company is who ran the fiber in, right?
Right.
Well,
Because
look at it.
the phone was way crappier than cable, right? Because the Twisted Pair didn't give you a very good internet compared to cable. So they were the first ones to say, okay, let's junk the Twisted Pair and go with fiber.
Right.
Well, here's something else I should point out, though. As time progresses, and who knows, we may never see it, but a lot of things become obsolete. That's just like, I've had phones that just wouldn't work anymore because I've got one phone that I have probably 9-10 years old, just can't use as a cell phone anymore because everything else has been upgraded so much. When those lines get to where they're obsolete and they can't handle the stuff that that's coming out, they'll probably have to upgrade whether they want to or not.
Yeah, exactly. Well, change happens and people want the best, and when they hear that somebody else has something better, they want that too. Gutters Pub in the room, new in here. Hey, Gutters Pub, good to see ya. Come on in, we'll give you a big introduction. Gutters Pub.
Welcome in, Gutters Pub.
Tommy, you guys have Rogers over there where you are?
We do, yeah. But Rogers is more of a cell company where we're at, and not so much into household fiber and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Because they were more of an Eastern company that just sort of showed up over west here in the cell market. Song bits, Laura going hard in there with lots of chat. Lots going on there. Got Arlie in there. Gutters Pub now in there. Just new in here. Don't know anything about Gutters Pub. Anybody heard of Gutters Pub?
Never heard of them before.
Johnny L back in there.
Yeah, I had to restart my phone. I use my phone as a webcam because the laptop webcams are garbage. So I'm using my desktop here. So I'm using my cell phone as a webcam, and it gets warm sometimes a lot, like really hot. So that's when you see the little cat with the tail. So I had to restart it again. I think I'm gonna have to invest in a proper webcam instead of using my phone. Because it's a program that I'm using, or a software that's free. I can't remember what the name of it is, but you can use your whatever laptop or desktop. You don't have to connect anything. All you have to do is download the app on your desktop or laptop and download it on your phone. And once you start up the both apps on your computer and the phone, you can use it as a webcam. So I had an old phone sitting around, Samsung. So I thought, geez, it's sitting around doing nothing. So I'll instead of buying a webcam, I'll use that. But now it
works good.
Yeah, when it gets too hot, you see the little cat, right, or something.
Yeah. I saw that.
Thing, right.
Look at Gutters Pub. He's got download of 500 megabits and upload only 17. What the hell kind of a connection is that? That's pretty weird numbers compared to what everyone else is talking about here. Still early in Alaska, 9:40 up there north. Watch out for those Russians up there. They're just across the border.
I saw a movie like that. Can't remember what it was. But the Russians came over into Alaska or something to invade or something like that.
Red Dawn,
There's my cat again. See,
maybe
Yeah.
Red Dawn.
Red Down? Yeah, sounds about right.
Drinking some pop. Look at that! Holy cow! Caught red-handed.
5G. Oh, you're on a cell phone. 5G download and upload on my cell phone. Huh. Well, what's that 5G on a download, I wonder? What does that give you? Probably some pretty impressive numbers.
I would think so.
Hey, look who else is in here. Marines and Army Mom. Wow. Aren't
She's
you a really good donor of Nitro Freak? I do believe.
She's good people.
Yeah, very good. Nice to see you in there. Marines and Army Mom. Ron Volt's in there, number 12. Good supporter of the Tommy Temper channel. I see you, Ron. Getting sleepy. Uh-oh. By the way, 12th man, this guy right here in the chat, 12th man, AK, that means Alaska. He's up in Alaska, and he's a great fan of a lot of channels like Andy and a few of the other guys out there, all the guys that we watch. So check him out as a really good supporter of your channel there, and drop your links and stuff like that. Everyone sub up to each other if you can. It's hard to sub to people when I'm sitting here looking at the StreamYard chat because I don't have the ability to harvest a link or do anything out of StreamYard. It's just, click on it and that's it.
I typically have my StreamYard up, but I thought about adding a third monitor today. That way I can have, although I didn't feel like paying $300 for another monitor. So not yet. I may. Maybe just look for a sale or something.
Have you got like 3 HDMI ports?
Well, I've got my old monitor, which is using I used an adapter but I do have I think 1 or 2 more HDMI ports on there. So I could use them. I got room to have at least 3, maybe 4 monitors. And I use my other monitor though for I just changed my whole room around. This desk was at a 90-degree angle from where it's at now, and I found this is giving me a lot more room and I'm able finally to have. It used to be I was always like, this to the camera because and for the green screen I had to have the thing here, but the desk was facing over here, and so again I'm rambling.
Yeah. No, I have the same problem over here. Well, actually, you're looking right into your camera that you've got there right now, which is not bad. But you'll notice I'm not looking into my camera. I'm looking over here. And meanwhile, my camera is over here. And that's just because I'm sitting in not really a great spot here. I want to be able to look out my window, right, which my window is that way, and my computers are that way. And the only place I have to put my camera is over there. So it's a little bit off kilter. Can't have everything. What do we get there? You can't have fiber optic in the middle of the corn. Yeah. Hey, and Songbits Laura says, hey, what about the pods in your house? Anyone know if that works better? Some crafter channels said they helped. Not sure what she's talking about. Pods in your house with that comment.
Like they go into your computer so Wi-Fi comes close.
Could it be?
Yeah, even Busby says, I don't know what that is.
Could it be
Maybe that's why my fiber optic's not good in our house. Surrounded by corn.
Talking about you can get these things that it's like Wi-Fi enhancers
Extender?
or whatever that you plug into the wall with little antennas sticking out, right? 3 or 4 of them, and you plug it into the plug, and it's supposed to. And then once you you connect it. It connects to your cable, or you got to push the little button to pair it, right?
Yeah.
And
It's like a
it's supposed
Wi-Fi
to
extender
Yeah,
pod.
it's supposed
What
to
she's
boost your
talking about.
Wi-Fi or something. Maybe that's what she's talking about.
I think so. I don't know what other kind of pod that you could get that would help you, because what comes into your house speed-wise is what you get. You can't make it any better than what it already is,
You know what?
but with
I
some kind of add-on.
bought one from Amazon. I tried it. It didn't work. It didn't help anything. So I ended
Yeah.
up just sending it back again.
The only thing it might do is if you've got a low signal, it'll boost the signal to an area of your house, probably.
It didn't make a difference at all. It's like,
Songbit says she's heard of Gutters Pub.
Cool. I just subscribed to him. Hey, Gutters Pub. Yeah, he's,
Oh, there you go. I came from Portland, Andy. I have a small channel that I started with a partner, but now I'm on my own. Okay, I'm going to sub to you there, Gutters Pub. Gutters Pub. Type in the word link in my chat. Just type in the word link. Enter, and then my bot will drop your link. But
that easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get it myself here. Gutters Pub.
Well, what's interesting is they've got over 332 subscribers and only 18 videos. Looks like they do a regular live stream though. They've got more. I think they've got more live streams than they got videos. Yeah, they do. Very cool though. I mean, looks interesting.
Oh, where'd he go? Hang on. There he is. I got the wrong one up there. Gutters Pub. There it is. Yeah, you're right. 332 subs, 18 videos, lots of subs.
Yeah.
Lives. You've got some lives on there. Let's check this out.
Well, for the longest time, I had more uploads than I did, subscribers.
Okay, got the avatar there. Let's go forward a little bit here.
Refresh your stuff and maybe it will. I don't know. Whoever said that.
This is Gutters Pub in there.
So, maybe. So, anyways, getting on here is number one. The other thing is I'll start out with one subject because I don't want to think of them all. I'm lazy. Do you see my?
Let's get some guests on that show.
Yeah.
And then later on,
But I also need a table, so it works out.
this is how I check out a channel here.
Him all day.
As I go to a live or something and I zoom through it and
You're
see
in
what's
here.
going on,
There you
who's
go.
on the channel. Ooh, they're looking pretty good. Who are those ladies there? Look at that. Talk about a lift job.
Bigger than Amanda's head.
I've heard of those bras that separate and lift, and they're like very natural.
Now, Tony, you see, they ain't fake.
Yeah, they're not fake. And now
They're
you're not allowed
not
to
fake.
see anymore because you're not coming.
Whoa, good thing I subbed to the Gutters channel here. Hang on.
I pressed.
Let me just make sure that we all saw that. Yeah, we all saw it. Hang on, let me get that off of there. Hang on. Hang on. Stop. Let me fix this now. Hang on.
I
Jeez.
pressed subscribe twice.
There we go. Back to normal. Did I subscribe? Yes, I did. Gutters Pub, where they're doing the lift job on their panels there. Wow, that's pretty cool. Never saw that before.
I wanted to make sure I was subscribed, so I pressed it twice for sure.
Jeez, talk about tuning in at the right moment there. Holy, I could have tuned into anything, but we saw that. Good thing I didn't get a strike. Might get a strike on that one. Please don't report me. Don't report me.
My eyes went cross-eyed there for a while.
Oh, that's funny. What does she have to say, though? Let's see. Uh-oh. IKR, it's Xfinity, and they suck. Uh-oh, I don't know. Uh-oh, sounds like some lore drama going on of some sort. Not sure what.
Getting kind of late here. I think I'm gonna have to drop.
Gonna head out?
Yeah, I think so. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and my dog's acting like she's being neglected. You know, I'm a bad parent or something.
Uh-oh. You got to be like a baby and head out.
Yeah. Make like a tree and leave. Make like a banana and split. Make like a, I don't know. I can't
Split.
think of it.
Let's split. It's 23 skidoo out of here.
You know. But thanks for having me up, Tommy. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Hey, you're welcome. Thanks a lot for doing the multi-stream there with us. That worked out
Take care.
excellent. Excellent. How many people were in your stream there, do you think, at the max?
I can tell you that. Give me a second. I'll go look at it.
Got about 26 in here right now on my side.
According to this, let's see. That ain't it. I've had
Analytics.
76 people come through. Had a peak of 12, I guess, average of 8.
Seems like you had way more than that. Yeah, I saw just tons of people on the chat there. But yeah,
Well,
lots coming and going, eh?
Yeah, lots coming and going, and I think a lot of the folks on my channel a lot of them do tend to chat pretty good bit. It always helps the numbers and what have you.
Yeah.
That's okay.
We
That's
had
okay.
a max of 54 people in the chat here, for around 50 people for a lot of the chat there, from about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. After 9 o'clock, my time, is when I see a pretty steep drop off. So it's like the problem that I see, well, not really a problem, but I know that a lot of my subs are subs that I got during daytime streams. So
Yeah.
in the nighttime, my number of viewers kind of drop off a little bit. So that's why we see the numbers dropping here as it gets later and later.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good. 840 views. Average viewer duration, 15 minutes. That's a pretty good number.
Yeah. I was streaming on YouTube Police, which is not my main channel. A lot of folks know me over there that follow me on Belt Loop as well. But next time I'll try streaming on Belt Loop 29. But this is the channel I've been working on lately, and initially, I think when I first came in, I was on Belt Loop 29. But I don't even know why. To be honest with you, I don't even know why I'm focusing on YouTube Police, because I'm not going to have it. It's my intention not to have it monetized anytime, even when it's eligible. Of course, it's easy to say that when I'm not eligible, but I don't want to have it monetized. I just want it.
The other reason that you might want to have more than one channel is that you never know when you get a strike that takes your channel down. Could happen at any time. So you always want to have a backup channel with at least some kind of subs to it that you can. But the problem is you got to be careful. I've heard of guys being turfed right off of YouTube because they get a strike on one channel and then they go and live stream on a backup channel while the strike is in progress. There's usually a 1 week period where you're not allowed to stream on any channel that is in your portfolio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once you get a
heard that
strike,
too.
you're not supposed to.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Somebody that does this did that or is doing that. Has so many channels, and if they're strict on one, they use another one.
Yep.
And all that sort of thing.
And you can do that, but if YouTube finds out, then you'll get a total ban for trying to to avoid a strike or something. They have terminology for it. Circumvent a strike.
Well, that is, I guess. Well, I'll be honest with you. When I first started these other channels, it's kind of an interesting story. At least in my head it is. When I started, I've always had the Belt Loop 29 channel since 2008, I think. I started the other channels because I got to reading. I think I put way too much thought into things. And so I started Belt Loop 29 Cute Critters, Belt Loop 29 Gardening, and Belt Loop 29 Can Cook channels. And the reason why I did that is because I was starting to put so many different things on my main channel. And everybody says to find your niche. Try to focus on one thing so that YouTube can put you in your little corner and makes it easier for them to find the where you fit, and so they can promote your videos and what have you. So I started those. Well, at some point I decided that I wanted to do something. I am a police officer, and so I started a channel, and I work at a mental institution. And so I started Mental Cop, and and it was my intention on that was just to go through a place where I could sit down, because I don't talk about law enforcement on my channels. It's, just not the focus of my channels. But I thought it would be nice to have a place where I could sit down and talk with some folks that were just law enforcement or primarily law enforcement. And so I started that. That kind of fell by the wayside, never really did anything. And so I went through, and at some point, it dawned on me, or the idea came to me, YouTube police. After all, everybody and their mama on here talks about the YouTube police. So, little did I know that it would get me banned some places outright right off the bat. But, I think it's probably gotten a little bit easier, and I'm thinking about adding a 29 to the end of YouTube police.
Hey, that was probably Be More Ron that banned you.
I've been banned by a few as soon as I said hello, because some people are a little skeptical, but they'll listen long enough to realize I'm not a troll or anything.
Yeah, but that's where the name comes across as some kind of a troll. In fact, I've even gone into some people's channels as Tommy Temper, and they think I'm a troll, with the name Tommy Temper. It's just, I don't know, maybe sounds unusual or something. But
well,
whatever.
The whole thing about temper, it's like you're pissed off all the time. That's what it seems like, even though you're not.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought the first time, I heard Tommy Temper. And but I'm not one of these people to make knee-jerk reactions.
Well, the name Tommy Temper, where is he now? Tommy Temper is actually, this is Tommy Temper. I'll show you who Tommy Temper is. Oh, we'll get him up here. This is actually Tommy Temper right here. Okay, if you guys want to know the background of this channel, okay. Hey, you guys. Hey, my name's Tommy Temper, and I'm actually the guy that runs this channel, and that guy that you're actually looking at behind me, he's just a dummy, okay? Yeah, but anyways, this is Tommy Temper, and this channel was actually made with this as the spokesman. I wasn't on the channel. My face was not supposed to be on this channel. This was Tommy Temper's channel, this little dummy here, him. And if you look at some of my very first videos on this channel, you will see that the first videos are videos with Tommy Temper doing some political stuff. He was actually trying to oust somebody that was in a political party, and he was doing some videos, political videos. So it was a political channel with this dummy here being the spokesman. So that's where it came from. And then because I'd started the channel and it had about 300 subs, something like that, originally. And then I kind of expanded it from the convoy stuff that was happening in Canada and in the United States to where we're at here now. But I had to end up throwing the dummy out and going live on here in order to increase the thing a little bit. So that's the story on Tommy Temper.
Ron said something about doing a Tommy Temper raid. As far as I can tell, you still going strong, man. You are a beast. There's no question about that. You've been live streaming for what's over 6, almost 7 hours.
640.
That's impressive, brother.
Not for me, because I'm used to doing a convoy stream where you start up at 9 o'clock in the morning and finish at 6 o'clock at night. So doing a 12-hour stream is not unusual, and it's easy enough to do because you're just plain sitting there and talking to people or whatever, or talking to the chat and stuff. But yeah, it can be. I don't really want to do long streams anymore. I'd rather do a couple-hour stream and keep it to real content and not just BSing, because a long stream is a whole bunch of talking about just about a little bit of everything. Whereas if you do a short stream, you can keep it concise to a particular topic, and go on that.
Oh, it's good, Ron. I was just I'll just let you know. I'm about to reel it in and spend a few minutes with my dog and go to bed. I love live stream, especially I like talking with Tommy. Tommy's got the gift of gab, and conversation always seems to be flowing, and he's got some great information. Great to talk to.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I'm located in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Busby was asking where I'm at. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Western Canada. Just if I drive further west, I'm in the Rocky Mountains. So I'm just east of the Rocky Mountains. And the weather usually comes from the west towards us, and a lot of the snow falls in the mountains before it gets to where I am. So it's actually kind of a dry city, but cold. Gets to be 20, 30 below in the winter. No problem up here. We need a little global warming.
Well, your cold is not a damp cold. It's a dry cold, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of people that have rheumatoid arthritis and stuff like that like living in a cold, dry cold rather than a moist cold.
Yeah. Because a damp cold is way worse. It doesn't matter how many layers of clothes you have on. It still goes right through you.
Yeah, people say that too. Yeah. Like out on the coast there, when it gets really cold, close to the water, can really take a lot out of you.
Yeah.
Looking good.
I do stream on Belt Loop 29 on Saturdays, typically about 8:30. But Tuesday and Thursday nights I go live at midnight at Central Time, which is right now it's about 1:14 a.m. here. And so,
right on. Was B-Ron live right now?
Well, he was saying something about doing a Tommy Temper raid on, and I didn't think you were going to shut down anytime soon. And I'm not live over there anyhow, except for on here. But I wasn't trying to draw anybody away from your.
Oh, I'm looking for B-Ron in the chat here, where he might have said that we can do a room raid, but we don't have to room raid him. But like normally, the way we do a room raid is I'm doing the channel, we're doing our thing here, and we simply tell everyone in the chat to go over to his room. We go over there and type something in his chat. That's a room raid thing that we type in there. Okay. But I'm trying to find B-Ron in the chat here right now to grab his link. Okay, can you grab his link?
Yeah.
Okay, you grab his link, and then I will post this in there. Like for me, when I go over to somebody's chat, we call it a Tommy Temper tantrum, right?
I think I have to switch back to my other account.
I think where it is here.
No, neither one of mine's a mod for you, so I can't actually follow his link. Sorry, Tommy.
Oh, you can't post his link?
I can't. I'm not a mod.
Type in my chat. Just say hi in my chat.
Is it just me, or is it the chat is way behind here?
No, it's me. Add a mod.
Busby was saying something about that. I just hadn't had a chance to say anything.
Because my chat is like I'm down where it says YouTube Police High, and that.
Well, the chat that you see up on the room there. Yeah, that's way back.
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah.
Because I'm really far back on the chat here. I'm trying to pull it forward here. I'm always way back. But the reason for it is because the chat moves so fast. You know, remember, I'm pulling in chat from more than one source, and the chat on my channel goes quick, and I have a really hard time keeping up with it.
Hey, it's difficult.
Okay, you should be able to drop his link in there, or did you? Let's see.
I'm getting it now.
Okay.
Doesn't look like he does any videos or live streams though.
Yeah, Be More Ron. Oh, he's not live right now?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ron Bolts.
No, Be More Ron. Or, yeah, Be More.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, maybe we weren't talking about the same guy. I thought Be More Ron was the one that wanted us to raid his channel, and he was live right now.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
It was just a miscommunication on my part. I'm sorry about that, Tommy. Sometimes I'm not real as clear as I probably ought to. At least that's what my wife says.
No, I think you said Ron, and I thought you meant Be More Ron. Was probably it. No big deal. Capio is live right now, though. You guys know Capio?
I can't say that I do. All right, I'm gonna head out. Let me go through and end this in my live stream, and so